Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another Slimming World video. This one is going to be slightly different to the others because what I normally do is tell you what I've been eating, what I've been doing. But this time I feel like because now we're on the lead up to Christmas, this is where people that are trying to follow a plan might go wrong. So this is kind of a tough love, motivational chit chat. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Before we go on, I will give you the lip details because I always get questions about makeup. But this is the Satin Liquid Lip by Dior with the matching lip liner in shade 999. Best red in the world ever. This goes on like a matte, and then after like 5-10 minutes when it's dried down, you press your lips together and it goes sparkly. The more you press, the more sparkle. So there we go, Christmas sparkle. Okay, let's talk slimming, shall we? Right, it's that time of year. It's hard for all of us. I'm not gonna sit here on my high horse pretending I have all the answers because I do not. We are all trying to navigate our weight loss through the festive period. It's only November, but the TV, the parties, the treats at work, treats out in all the shops, these things are there to derail you. So I'm going to try and reel you back in with some very, very, very serious home truths. And these kind of things only really, oh, here comes my cat, sorry. These things only really made sense to me in the last few years since I've been on Slimming World. And you know, we all know that this time of year is all about marketing. It's a marketing person's dream. You know, people throw all their diets out the window. It's Christmas, you know, on the TV, all butter this, all butter that, finest this, finest that, everything, you know, mince pies, all butter with alcohol and da-da-da-da. Everything out there is made to derail you. And then the second Christmas is over, the second it is over, literally after Boxing Day, diets, slimming, you know, how to lose weight all over the newspapers. There's 30-day plans, join a gym, eat healthily. So this is all marketed to make you gain weight. First off, just let that sit for a minute. These marketing people now, at this minute, feeding you through the TV, all of these romanticized Christmas things like, oh, you're sitting around with your family, you're all eating this Tesco finest meal or M&S finest triple stuffed bird with extra butter, mince pies and all that kind of stuff. You're sitting around, you're watching all these beautiful festive backgrounds, all the warming fires, people are drinking hot chocolates and this and that, and they all look so happy. So then when you go shopping, you're then buying all this stuff, right? When you think back to Christmases past, just think back to your happiest Christmas ever, right? Now, are you there? You there? What was it that made you happy? I bet it was spending time with a loved one that is no longer with you. I bet it is when your kids were little and you watched them open their Christmas presents and they were so excited for that gigantic Barbie house that you bought them. That was just my favourite Christmas. That was my best memory. All of those things. It's not sitting in front of the TV, gorging yourself on mince pies, is it? So now we've got that in our heads. Next time you see an advert, just think, this is for the company. They're not selling you your dream Christmas. They're selling you weight gain so that in 2, 3, 4 weeks time, 5 weeks when Christmas is over, they can then guilt you into taking it off. So let's just stop all that now, shall we? Let's get in our head in the game. So it's 5 weeks till Christmas. Now, I go to Slimming World Club every week, and Amy, my consultant, is brilliant at motivation. She's brilliant at breaking things down week by week, giving you countdowns, right? So at this moment in time, it's 5 weeks till Christmas. If you lose 2 pounds a week, you will lose 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pounds. You could lose nearly a stone in 5 weeks. By Christmas Day, you could be almost a stone lighter if you stick to Slimming World plan. If you follow the marketing people, you might gain £2 a week. If you eat all the mince pies, if you drink the Baileys, if you get all of the butter stuffed turkeys or whatever the hell they are, you could put on £2 a week. Therefore, you could be nearly a stone heavier by Christmas. That's even before Christmas. That's like by Christmas. So then come the 27th of December, you have then got to lose the weight you wanted to lose previously and another £10. So let's just not do that. Let's just switch back on. We have all the parties to go to. We have all the Christmas things to do. Don't you want to feel good doing those? Don't you want to feel good stepping into a dress and thinking like, I look amazing. I've lost £6 in the last 3 or 4 weeks since I bought this dress. And £2 a week it's not unobtainable. It's not a great deal. If I really put my heart and soul into it, I could lose £2 a week, and I am at target. I don't want to lose £2 a week, but I could if I pushed myself. So anybody can do it, but you have to follow the plan. So let's say you've got a works Christmas meal out at a restaurant or something, and there's like a set menu. You can food optimize to the best of your ability. Wherever you go, you can food optimize to the Slimming World plan, right? So, for example, I went out with my family last week. It was my cousin's husband's surprise birthday. And they went to like a harvester type place. And it was a pub. And on the menu, there were lots of burgers and steaks and chips and this and that. And I saw a Cajun chicken breast with char-grilled vegetables and rice or chips. So I was like, oh, that's quite good. So I went to speak to them to find out about the rice and everything, because I'm lactose intolerant. It's more for like that. And they said, no, the rice is boiled, so it's free for me, free food, Slimming World wise. The chicken was like a chicken breast rubbed with like Cajun spices. So let's say the chicken's free of sin, because it's char-grilled as well, so it was grilled. Let's say with the seasoning, like 2 sins, let's say, worst case. The only thing I think could have been like higher in sins were the vegetables, because although they're vegetables, they were on a griddle, cooked on a griddle, so there's probably some oil put on them. But either way, right, even if that meal is 15 sins, let's say, I can't see how it possibly could be, let's just say it was. I'm going to insert the picture of the meal. Let's say this was 15 sins. It's not going to be the same as having like a burger and chips or steak with cheese all over it or whatever. It's going to be food optimized version. I've had speed food, I've had the vegetables, I've had protein with the chicken, I've had carbs that are free with the rice. I've done everything I can in that meal to make sure I'm feeding my body the right food, right? So when you go out for your meals, just look at that. Look at what the choices are. There's always going to be something like chicken or fish. Swap out the chips for rice. Do those swaps to make it food optimized. That way, you're still taking part in everything. You're still doing all the things, but you're food optimizing. Also, when it comes to like alcohol and stuff, this is where I can have issues, because I do love a glass of wine. I do love a beer. I love all those things. When I went out last week, I drove, so I couldn't drink, obviously, so I had Diet Coke or water. I had a Diet Coke. And I drove. So I was like, right, let's just take drinking out of the equation, because if it's somewhere where I might be tempted to have a drink, and you never just have one, you always have 2 glasses of wine, right? So I'm thinking, just drive, because that way, even if you feel like, if people put pressure on you, which they shouldn't do, but if they do, you say, well, I'm driving, and nobody will argue with you. So if it's something that you're going to, that you don't want to go off plan, you don't want to, if you want to go out and have fun and you want to do all those things, obviously you do you. Like, it is your life, it's your weight loss journey. Weight loss is not linear. Nothing is just the straight, we can't all be angels all the time. There are going to be times where I think, screw it, I want to do this, I want to do that. So then you do that and you have a good time. You draw a line under it and you move on the next week. But if you've got 3 nights out of 5 where you're out at work things or Christmas things that you can't get out of, if you eat 3 unoptimized meals, you are going to gain a significant amount of weight. That's just the way it's going to be. So you have to just weigh it up. And again, if you're going somewhere where you order when you're there. Look at the menus before you go. Make a plan, because you know what it's like. We all get there, we sit down, someone puts a menu in front of us, we're chatting to the person next to us, chatting to the person over here. You don't look at what you're having. Everyone's putting their orders in. You're like, shit. You get your menu, you're like, oh, I'll just go for a burger and chips, or you panic. Don't do that. Look at the website beforehand. Look at the menu. Look at the calories. Look at all the things. So when you're there, you are prepared. And as well, in your mind, you can kind of get used to the idea and you can get excited for what you're going to have. You can food optimize anywhere. So that's my main takeaway for that. My plan for Christmas is basically, I've got one Christmas party. I've got my work's Christmas party. I'm very much a homebody these days. I just like to come home and chill in front of the TV. I am going to my work's Christmas party because I organise it. I have to go, obviously. And that's it. So apart from Christmas itself, so my Christmas party at work, I've gone for the vegan options, which I think is like pumpkin soup and pumpkin roast, like a fake beef Wellington, like a vegan beef Wellington thing with potatoes and vegetables and stuff like that. So that's absolutely fine. I'm staying over, so I will have some drinks, but I will keep it at a minimum. Because I'm driving home the next day, it's in the middle of nowhere, so that sort of thing. So I'm going to plan for between now and then, it's in a couple of weeks' time, between now and then, just to really stay on plan. Don't go over sins. Maybe you do a couple of speed days to help sort of keep the weight loss back. I'd ideally by Christmas like to be at the lower end of my target so that I do have some wiggle room, so that when it comes to Christmas, I am not stressing about gaining weight. I'd rather be slightly under my target so then I can, have some wiggle room. Also, I've planned in the days that I'm going to be weighing in. So I'm weighing in on Christmas Eve morning, and then the following Thursday, I think it is, because Wednesday's a bank holiday, I think. So I'm going to stick to that. Make sure you weigh in. If you go to a club, don't have the Christmas and then just think, oh God, I can't, I'm just going to ignore it. Don't do it. Just face the scales, And if you've been having the sins and you might have had a gain, face it. Because if you ignore it, it only gets worse. Face it, draw a line. It'll be the new year. For me, Christmas is Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Those 3 days are the ones where I would treat myself the most. So I don't mean I'm going to sit there eating all day. I have a plan of what I'm going to have snack-wise. So I've written up a list of all the little snacks that I would love. I'm going to either get them, my mum put them in her shopping list or whatever, because I'm staying with her for the Christmas period. I'm not going to eat anything else apart from those things, because those are the things that I love and that I'm like, do you know what? It's Christmas and have a little treat. That's it. But other than those 3 days, I am on plan 100%. Even those 3 days, I would food optimize breakfast or have a food optimized lunch or something like that. Or maybe not even have a dinner, just have like a breakfast and then like an early dinner, just have 2 meals that day and then the snacky bits. I would try to make sure that I stay as good as I possibly can, because I don't want to start 2026 being like, oh, I've got to lose 6 pounds. That isn't good. And I don't enjoy that kind of eating anymore. I don't enjoy, like when I was heavier and I'd be like, oh, let's get a glass of wine out and have a big massive bag of, I don't know, popcorn or prawn crackers or whatever. And I wouldn't think twice about it. It was a treat for me. These days, because I am much more aware of how I feel after I've eaten it, how it affects my weight on the scales, how it affects my moods, how it affects I get headaches if I have too much sugar these days. I just generally feel like crap. If I eat crap, I feel like crap. I've tried to change in my head how I feel about certain foods. Let me explain. So like when I say, oh, I fancy a treat, I am trying to not use that word for things like chocolate, crisps, popcorn, all those things, because it's not a treat, because I spend my life trying to stay at a certain weight, treating myself shouldn't be getting over that weight. Treating myself should be what I do every single day, trying to stay within my weight, bracket, if you like. The way we word things and the way that we put things in our head, like I would always put things like crisps, chocolate, popcorn on a pedestal because they aren't great for you. They're not healthy. They don't feed your body in a positive way, but yet we call them treats because we enjoy them, and we don't have them very often because they're bad for us. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, oh, I have a treat, I'll smoke 20 cigarettes and give myself cancer. No, that's not a treat, is it? You're just doing the complete opposite of that. And food, when it's your thing and when it's your addiction, you know, because it is, food addiction is real. When it is that for you, it's not a treat. It's the complete opposite of that. So I'm trying to enjoy what I want without calling it a treat and without putting on a pedestal. Because when I stopped smoking, many moons ago, I smoked like 20 cigarettes a day, right? Like I think I stopped like 18 years ago. When I stopped smoking, I cut down first. I did the one thing that everybody does, which you should never ever do. If you're trying this, don't do this. I would go from 20 cigarettes a day to like 4. And do you know what? Those 4 cigarettes were literally the best things I ever had, because whenever I wanted a cigarette, I would just have one. It would feed my addiction. It would be like, oh, I want a fag, I'll have it, gone, great. Because I was looking forward to those 4, I'd have one in the morning, let's say, right? One in the morning, we're like, oh, that's amazing, I've just woken up. Lovely nicotine. I have another one at lunchtime. All morning, I'm excited for lunchtime to have that one cigarette that I just desperately need. Then one after work. Oh God, finish work, have a cigarette. Oh, I'm so relaxed. Oh, this is so great. Oh my God, I love it. One after dinner. Oh, this is better. You get the gist. If you put those 4 cigarettes on such a high pedestal because in your head you're so looking forward to them because they're so rare. You know, you can't have 20, you can only have 4. You really love them, and they're the hardest ones to give up. The other 20 are not hard to give up. The other 16 aren't hard to give up, but that 4 are really hard. So you get my point. The analogy was a bit weird, but you get it. If you really cut back on the foods that cause you to gain weight, when you do have them, they just taste so much sweeter. It's forbidden fruit. We all have it, but that's dangerous. So have it, have the things, enjoy them, but limit them, count the sins, stick them on the tracker, be accountable for what you put in your mouth. Because that's the thing, isn't it? Oh, pick at this, pick at that, pick at this, pick at that. No, put everything on the app, because you can then see the sins, scan the mince pies. When you have one and they're 22 sins each, have it, enjoy it, but you know how many sins are in it. If you're allowed 15 a day and one of them's got 22 in it, you have 2, and then you have wine, then you have, you know, you get the drift. So I really hope this video helped to put things into perspective. But the one thing for me is, don't forget the TV people, they know what they're doing. They know who their audience are. Their job is to make you go and buy all the fattening food so you can enjoy it at Christmas, make you feel terrible about yourself after Christmas, and then they make you buy other stuff to get you skinny after Christmas. So let's not do that. Let's not give them the satisfaction. Let's be good all the way through, enjoy the few days of Christmas, and then get straight back on that horse. Guys, I'll be back in a week or 2 with another how my personal journey is going, how I'm doing this. Because, like I say, I'm not holier than thou. I have had some pretty nice treats. I said it, shit. I've had some pretty days off plan. So I will share all of it and I'll tell you my weight and all that. So next time. But for this one, let that sit. Stay strong. We're in this together. If you need me, message me below. If you need me, follow me on Instagram. I'm always there to give you a bit of a helping hand and a push. On Instagram, I do FaceTimes when I go to the gym in the morning at 5:30 in the morning. I do my little chit chat, whatever. If you need me to motivate you, I'm not just here on YouTube, I'm on Instagram as well. So follow me, Nail the Day, I'll put it here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.